All right, so here now we want to look at if we are using lookup function, especially the XLOOKUP function, where we have to calculate, for example, a particular a particular value for two criteria. Now here we can see we are looking at segment and year, the commissions end in segment and year. Now what we are going to do, we're also going to use our S lookup instead of any other type of lookup. Now we're going to have is equal to X lookup, the lookup value is this, comma, the lookup array, comma. Now we're going to use another X lookup function, S lookup. Now where is the lookup function? Now it's going to be the year, comma, the range for the year, which is from 2019 to 2022, comma, where is this, and the range of the values. Control plus shift left right arrow, control plus shift left arrow. Then we close it. And so if we format this column to be in currency, right, and then so this is the same thing as I have here. So I can also drag and fill. But now you can see that this my drag and fill is not working. For example, how you see how, because this cell has to be totally referenced for it to cover everything. Now instead of covering the range for the years, it is shifting. So we will come here and look up that. Well, we'll come here and look up the reference for this year so that it will be absolutely. And that is where we have to use our dollar signs to be able to reference it, to be able to lock it so that the cells doesn't continue to shift. So it's okay right now. If we drag and fill, it will now fill everything. You see exactly what we have here. Now the next thing we would do is sum filter. Now sum filter, if you look at this place, we have figures in USD in different years, and then we can see that our sales personnels or maybe segment or anything you are dealing with, depending on what you are dealing with, they have achieved different sales commission in different years. Now you can see for this Harley Freeze, he or she has gotten in 2019 he has gotten more than one sales commission. The same goes for all the number of years. Now for us to use XLOOKUP, that is where the limitation of XLOOKUP comes in. And so as a data analyst or as a data scientist, you have to be what creative. Now what XLOOKUP here will do, it will only reference the very first commission that this Harley Face got. For example, if we do the same thing here, we're going to say is equal to XLOOKUP. Let's look up our lookup value, and it's here, comma. Then what is it returning? It is returning what? Commission. It is returning commission for what? 2019. So you see, it returned commission. Even if we expand it, let's see, even if we expand it for this one now, sorry, if we expand it from here, we expand it and tell it to return the whole commission, it will just return one. You see, now it has returned all the commissions in what? In all the years. But that is not what we want. We want the sum of it. For example, let's see if it's gonna be able to sum it. Sum, let's just add and add. So what did it return? Let's see. I think this returned only commission for highly, only this. It returned only the first row, which is not what we want. We want it to calculate all the sum totals of, let's see, remove the sum, let's see. We are going together. Let's see what it did. It returned, okay, it returned all the commissions in 2019, which is also right. Now we can decide to sum it up. Can decide to sum it up. So it will return all the commission from here to here. For example, we can also use filter function, sum and filter. So I have used sum and filter here, but for example, let's sum and filter. Let's just filter everything within the range. Filter the array. Filter this, comma, that this is equal to Ali. So you see, it has filtered all the values from 2019, from 2019 to 2022. All of it is here. But we want to filter based on 2019, which we have done here. Now we can do it like this. So which one am I doing? This one. We can come here. Instead of filter, we have to add another filter to be able to include the year. So we'll add another filter here. That's what we will do. Add another filter. And then the criteria will be that from here, comma, sorry, is equal to this. You add and close. So it has filtered that. It's not filtering by what? Column wise. But that's not what we want to do. We want to sum it up. We can now use our summation sign. Every other thing is looking okay, only for us to add it. So that is it. You see? So we can also try to format that cell to be currency, and then just like this. So it's giving me the same thing. But here, why is it giving me error? Can somebody comment in the comment section why we are not getting exactly the same thing when we use sum lookup and filter lookup? And then we can drag and shift to other cells. Now let's see. Now you can see I am having a calculation error here because the cells are shifting. Let's see, what are the cells shifting? My range for the year is shifting. So we'll come here and correct it. Sorry. So we'll come here and correct it so that it does not shift. That is where we now have absolute referencing. So we'll come here and this is C3. Yes, we'll come here and absolutely reference the cells so that they don't shift whenever we are shifting or dragging and filling. Right. It's gonna give us correct values now. So that is it. That is all we have for you today. Click and click and subscribe and follow for more if you want more values in data analytical skills. Thank you so much.